Okay.
1, 2, 3. Just put it on the table.
That's a new one for the spreadsheet.
So this is a 2 mini boss run, correct?
Yeah, I will beat all the bosses. Starting with the mistake there. Yeah, I will beat both Ridley and Kraid and...
Also,
Yeah,
we
very
also
much.
have some Metroid just drawings to give away, the Lindsay King drawings. So we'll do those over the course of the Metroid games. And the big grand Metroid finale will be the full color. So, those the guns are ones in the right folder.
Will we be doing
Yeah.
No, Ridley first.
Alright.
So no matter what you do, no matter what variation you're doing, unless you're trying for some new loop or cinch or something, you gotta start with the missiles, then the bombs, so that you can upgrade yourself. There's an E-tank relatively early, so it's not too bad.
I figure there's another copy down or something. Excuse me.
Of course we're still doing this as a marathon. We didn't call it a walk in the parkathon. This isn't an we'll play for a couple hours and turn it off-a-thon. No.
You always have to start your jumps going straight up, or most of the time, because doing a spinning jump takes longer.
746 people, and it's not working for like 500 if it's anywhere. If what we had before was any indication, actually maybe even closer to like 8. But
well,
we were at 1500 for a second
for a
there.
while.
We were at 1500 for a second there, and then it's all of a sudden plummeted. So, is that the commentary or the gameplay you're talking 920?
That's the gameplay.
Gameplay, awesome. That's on the climb. Commentary is still leading it though, which leads me to believe there's at least some sort of problem. So.
That's what we've got.
You guys just have a bunch of creepers and just want to watch people. Essentially, not here yet. No, we don't.
Well, we got Freddy on the stream, so I guess it's not that surprising, but...
The thing about this run is I'm aiming for something between 30 and 35 minutes. The speed record for this road is 24 minutes or something. The thing with running Metroid is actually about taking risk and get a lot of luck.
Luck is really hard to get because you have to get missile drops a lot.
Yeah.
And they're not as common as it might look if you've been watching the Speed Demons Archive speedruns.
And it's very risky to skip all those enemy tanks, so I will pick them up to be sure to actually complete the game.
Yeah, we don't want another red star run today.
That room you just passed is the ice cream room.
The best part is how many people were like, that was amazing before they watched it, not realizing what day it was posted on.
Oh, here it's ice cream room down there. So you better not go down in the wrong
You go in the
shaft.
wrong one, you just fall down a really deep pit and you have to shoot a bunch of disappearing blocks to get up. It's really annoying. And the lava can be used to your advantage, especially in Kraid, because you can't get hit by the enemies to do a lot of damage. And just wear down your energy little by little in the lava. The green guys take a lot of shots to hit, but if you shoot them once, you can interrupt their flying pattern and be able to get by them a little better.
And now we're going
It just seems to
for
keep failing for
bombs.
different people, so... Yeah, no, it's definitely a widespread problem, this stream. It's not just a couple of guys that are having this problem, but there's also a lot of people who aren't having this problem, so it's the problem's on you streams, and I'm willing to bet, and there's only so much we can do about that, so...
Trying to get some missiles here.
Yeah, we need those 5 missiles before entering the ice beam room.
3 missile drops. And
No luck so far.
nothing yet. Those guys, I think, they just get big missiles.
I think so.
No missile love.
Come on. You gotta be kidding.
This is Metroid.
Oh, come on.
If you're going for a world record here, you don't have time to stick around the room. You gotta get on your way and
There
get
we
some
go.
drops on the way.
Only do that 2 more times.
So
think
now
if
you
you
might
were to get-
realize how hard work it is behind those Metroid runs.
So much luck.
Much luck.
And they are
and,
very good too.
persistence. You gotta hang in there and not, every time it doesn't go your way, it's just another restart. You can't hold it against the game.
Now, for those of you who aren't as familiar with the Speed Demos Archive, the Metroid series is one that has a lot of history here. Speed Demos Archive originally started as a series of Quake demos, but the run that was the precursor to allowing lots of different runs on the site was, of course, Metroid Prime.
Yes.
This is a lot
Frederick's
of
doing
spam
works
runs.
in 1 hour 37 minutes.
Yep. Which got referenced multiple times in news updates and things while Radix was still doing that kind of thing.
Including by me, I wrote the extended description of SDA for a knowledge base. I think most of us consider it as a landmark run, because more likely SDA.
Well, it was
There
the
you go.
First
That's what the game wanted you to do.
He was just
Come
waiting.
on, keep moving.
So you gotta pick one up, and there's enemies all along the way there you can get it. Now, of course, there's a glitchy way to get into the ice beam room, but we're being nice.
Pretty much every Metroid game is just like stock full of amazing glitches.
And there's a large team who seeks out glitches from Metroid.
Let's see, Metroid 1 is estimated at 40 minutes. Hoping for lower, but we'll see what the game does. We've got like,
Bad start.
if you've been listening to the commentary, you've been hearing a lot of talk about luck
2 right at
based
the
stuff.
end like that.
Yeah, we're going for the ice beam here because
Right in the door.
it's really helpful in making enemies turn into platforms. And
I think it's a Ustream
you
server
can't be
problem.
hit by them on the
If
field.
I had to put a finger on it. So,
It is.
you can keep trying stuff on your end if you want, but I'm not sure if it's going to do any good for you. Not to say stop trying, but
Ustream's had to deal with several of the problems recently, like very recently, so because it's the holidays. So their servers are pretty much.
So we're caught in a stack of it or something.
I think you guys able to work right now, but over the New Year's weekend,
No Urias.
all of them were Zelda.
we already have slapped Ustream.
Oh wow.
Alright, now if you want to play safe, if somebody wants to play Metroid safe, that was a bomb boost, by the way. It's usually harder to get there. Then you can go straight up and use some tricky ways to get into the Mario suit room without the high jump. You can either freeze one of these green flying guys up there, or you can just bomb yourself up there and just get a really nice double bomb boost.
But I will not go to the Urias.
We're gonna skip that. It doubles your defense, but
Takes
Force
a lot of
Fressy's not gonna
time.
need
Oh, the
that.
various suit? Okay.
There's also a couple of these tanks up there, I think.
Fun bit of trivia. Suit is actually a mistranslation of barrier. Yeah. By,
I still need missiles, so okay. Now I have that.
So we're headed towards the
There is my understanding of how it's pronounced.
yeah, it's Prime 2 or Prime 3, it is pronounced Varia, but
It's kind of
it's
a-
also said that way on the PAL version of Prime, isn't it? When you lose your
That's where it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
various suit malfunction.
yeah, because it says insert item here malfunction.
Yeah.
Varia being one of them. Yeah.
I just pick up some energy pellets if I found some, because they can be very helpful. If I can get bad luck too.
For those of you who can see the stream, the ads, there's nothing we can do about that. It's Hasbro using a free service, but my upside, it's free.
That's one of the weirdest ads I can see. Those are usually hilarious. We used to get a lot of stuff from Marathon running equipment.
That elevator right there was the
we got
starting
speed
spot for
dating.
Justin Bailey.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you use the Justin Bailey code, that is where you start out in Norfair. With what else, I don't know, but you also have, but you also start out with Samus in a bikini, I think, instead of whatever she's wearing when you finish the game normally.
And you have already seen me shirtless,
It's
so
a
I
very
guess you're
futuristic
satisfied.
protected space
Satisfied.
I guess we need you in a bikini now.
Let's not say we did, thank you.
I don't know, we can get some donations.
You go straight up from
I don't know,
there,
I
you
think
get
a lot
5
of us-
missile tanks.
I think a
Which
lot
are
of us have
useful,
had
but they're not
those
necessary for beating any of the bosses. If you beat a boss, you gain 75 missiles.
Flagtastic.
And this is, correct me if I'm wrong, the
So
elevator
there's
down
Ridley's
to
lair. I
Ridley.
will take a left here.
Left here, you can go for an E-tank.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is factual or not. Ridley's named after Ridley Scott, is that right?
Yes, that's what I've heard.
Well, there are so many alien references that you have to assume, even if it's not confirmed.
IMDb trivia for Metroid mentions that, so I don't know if that is factual or not.
It's a pretty ballerina. Prettiest Samus.
The Justin Bailey explanation, as I understand it, is Bailey being Australian slang for bathing suit or something.
I heard it was a coincidence.
Yeah, that's what
Like that's the official word. It's just an amazing coincidence.
That was a close
I
call.
believe this is the way you're supposed to go. You can freeze a couple enemies and get over this, but it's really difficult because you got to bomb yourself off an enemy to get over that.
Thankfully, I don't
And I believe an unmorphed jump is coming up here.
Yeah, that is a fake floor
That's
there.
I haven't memorized
great.
where the hole is either.
It's a good thing to have memorized, definitely.
So that's all the energy you got up through Ridley, and then you get another energy tank after Ridley.
What was the Ridley challenge at MagFest last year?
That was, you do the hole from the right side over to Ridley with just the beam you start with, no Varia, and I think no energy tanks. And 5 missiles.
So naked otherwise with those exceptions.
But since you always get to restart just there at the hall, you can restart as much as you want, and it doesn't take too long. I don't know if it always works.
Okay.
That's a bummer.
Oh man.
Ridley can be killed by rushing him and getting in his face and then ice beating him sometimes, but it all depends where his fireballs go. Now, freezing these prevents them from spitting out anymore until they're unfrozen, and then they disappear. Alright, so we're going with plasma here with the trademark finger button mashing. You can also bomb him. And there's a present, you can play some bombs in the explosion level. So we're doing alright.
That's his face. Is the game trying to laugh at us or something? That's right. This is the only Metroid game where you cannot crouch down and shoot.
You can't crouch and shoot.
No.
But you got a wave beam that can hit the wave. That's being sketched over there.
Yeah, we can't crouch down until Metroid 2, unfortunately.
So, he's almost dead.
There we go.
I hope I get past the next room.
Picked up 75 extra missiles. It's a 10 missile room. I think there's 3 of them. No, there's 2 of them.
Game Boy player does GBA. It was actually built for the GBA. It's backwards compatible with the Game Boy. So.
Much like the Game Boy Advance itself.
Yep, exactly.
And yes, that's how we will be doing Zero Mission via that.
Yeah, for those of you who can't see the gameplay stream, like really all I can say is, you can try, the refreshing and stuff, see if it's a problem on your end, but it's probably Ustream and a server problem. There's nothing we can do about that, so just keep trying, hopefully it gets sorted. Emails have been sent, right?
Lags a little bit.
Just a little bit.
What the fuck you muted it?
If DI's not in here, but I'd probably ask him if this is more like Testic than Rygar.
Actually, playing that slow, it almost looks like TAS. I know it's been said a lot so far, but I think it's never been more appropriate than at that moment.
Yeah, Metroid is very fond of saying that. He's, where's he from again? Finland?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, is there a fix? Looks like lag.com to the rescue. What the? Okay. An op should topic that. Definitely should. The live stream link. Definitely should do that.
These guys hurt a lot of failure. They do it very fast. And the flaming pumpkins.
They're very glitchy like everything else in this game.
I take it lagging one of them was.
Yes, he is actually. I believe so.
You hit through the door if you're not fast enough.
Those guys also hurt a lot.
Good spot on targeting there.
Hey, MTI, is this game more like Testic than Rygar?
That's an excellent question.
So
I don't have the speedrunning experience with this game that I do with Rygar, so I can't really answer the question definitively. I mean, I played through it a few times, none recently, so.
Alright, big thanks to lag.com for the low bandwidth gameplay stream alternative. That seems to be a good quick fix for right now.
If you're casually playing this game and you're around Upper North area, you can pick up the screw attack, high jump, and wave beam.
I will pick up the high jump.
Alright. High jump's going to help out a lot escaping from Crate. And we're going up.
I guess it's the next door.
And next door. That's correct. Occasionally these seahorses will not fire, they'll just stick their heads up and look at you. Not sure why that is.
Yeah, some people think it's because it was ported from the Famicom Disk System, and the Famicom Disk System had hardware in it that the Famicom didn't. But I don't know if that's true or not. Same thing with parts of the music
I'll
design.
come right back.
I'll come right back.
So pretty much the big challenge of the game is actually done by now. Mother Brain can be tricky, but the rest of it should be just fine.
Yeah, the FDS Metroid has a shorter version of the escape route. There's a longer one in most.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
There's some slight sound differences too, as far as the actual instruments go.
The whole B section.
Okay, so it sounds like we're having much better luck now.
Yeah, we have.
Alright, thank you lag.com for whatever quick fix you did. That seems to be
Decreasing the stream size.
And one more thing, the Ridley fight was unlucky too, because you have like 2 different weapons patterns to get there. You need luck to get the first one.
should be pointed out that if you can get inside of him right up close, as Fresny did, Ridley can't hit you with his fireballs at all. Even if you don't freeze them, they'll just go right over your head.
Well, he still has to start off that way.
Okay.
He has to start off going up instead of going down.
Instead of
with his
going down.
fireballs.
Okay.
Hello, Cool Dave would like to say that lag.com is the man.
Yes! Lag.com is indeed the man. Oh.
Occasionally in this game, a single button press will fire 2 shots, which is really annoying with the freeze beam.
Catch him.
Freddy, at least one person here would like to know why you're not using the up A warp on the second controller. I think that's just a personal preference of the runner, whether they...
Yeah, and that road is really difficult, and
Yes, that's true. Once you up an A, you start with only 30 energy.
Well, you
You
can get
lose
an
all
energy
your
tank
energy.
after that, but using the enemies on the way to where you're going next, you can build up your missiles again.
And I just keep up with the classic road too, because I haven't been practicing this game a lot either.
It's also not mentioned in the manual, but that same trick is mentioned in Zelda 1's manual.
Yes. That trick works in both Zelda 1 and Zelda 2. I believe it is only mentioned in Zelda 1's manual, however. Worth noting that that trick in Zelda 2 actually increments your death counter, games counter, whatever, whereas it doesn't in Zelda 1.
And you just got to scroll to the right so you can come back up and have the guy up there.
Yeah, I'm still there. Hey guys, does anyone have an N64? Actually. Okay, it doesn't seem like it.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, no one.
Nice.
Nice.
I forget the exact position. Like,
Alright.
I was confused about the Zero Mission one too, because
Yeah, it's a 64.
Well,
Alright,
the 64 version is the one that you played.
Great.
A lot of missiles to be got in the crate. 4 of them, looks like.
It's about 3 hours of recording again.
And that unlock is the way to go.
For some reason, in the first room of any new zone, I think, in this game, the music will just loop back to the beginning. It'll cut back to the beginning,
Just restarts it out, or what's the
for no particular reason.
FDS difference again? I don't know.
Possible.
so,
We're gonna skip seeing Quake Crate here because he uses another path. Oh, there's one of those in here. the missiles. You can freeze the shots that's coming at you. You can bomb them. You can ice beam them. You get us down, and it's all right. Nice. There's the E-Tank, secret mode. But it's really tricky to get.
Yeah, if you don't know how to do.
Yes.
You have to actually go with more from this clip to get it.
The high jump boots actually help out a lot if you fall into the lava after getting that.
That's true.
And it becomes just about impossible to get out of there without the high jump
You
boots.
can bomb destroy them.
You can. It's not easy by any means, though.
And we'll see about the.
Here comes the fun part.
No.
Oh boy.
Whoops.
But it's got high jump.
Hey, Nate. Heads up on the computer. I think it's about to flop over or something. I don't know.
It's about to flop over.
Well, just the stream.
You're at close to 3 hours recording, I guess.
Well, I'm not actually the one who knows how to do that, so hopefully someone here does. Yeah, we've got a lot of start recording grayed out.
It's not a mistake being in the lava. It just doesn't take very much health away to get hit by the lava.
It's
Or
an
in the
easy
lava.
strategy.
And then keeps you safe from everything else.
Split things into ones. Because there's almost no way to
And that wasn't a mistake either. That was some
That
clever
was
intention.
a mistake, yes.
It's just trying to show the bombers. Some
Exactly.
tricky ways to get over here by bouncing yourself off the guy who's not there. Or just unwarping there. Thanks,
I makes me faster here too.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go straight up.
What's up?
Alright, just what do I do here? Stream.
I guess Rome's got some.
Yeah.
I think when it comes up, it says save. And then start it out.
What? It's done, isn't it? It's not done.
Oh, just
Going straight from the brain here.
You are
So
about
stop
to reach
along the way.
and continue recording, silly. Why on earth would I
Got
want to stop?
Plenty of missiles. And Metroids are great at giving missiles and health.
Yes.
They give more than any other enemy. I read an interview about Zelda that said the game was made difficult to encourage players to talk to other players. And I'm sure this was done the same way, because this has some almost Castlevania 2 level. There's no way you'd figure that out on your own. If you got old Nintendo powers, every other issue has some how do you kill Metroid's question, or where's this
Where's
item or
item?
that item.
Where's item? Such and such. Where it is.
Where the heck's the candy?
There it goes. Alright. Okay.
And yes, a lot of the difficulty in this game is the fact that you have to map everything out yourself, and with the limitations of the NES, a lot of the areas all look the same, so you have no real idea where you are without mapping everything.
That's the long beam on your left there. It's not really needed for this. The Metroid 2 featured a visual suit upgrade when you got the Mario suit.
Yep.
And that carried over to everything after that. And the reason the look of the suit changes because
There's no
the color
color.
changed in this one, and they couldn't do that on the Game Boy.
Can make you a different shade of green.
If you only kill one mini boss to get over here, you're gonna have to bring one of the enemies from the last screen over to this one, then freeze him and bomb boost yourself off of him to get into Torian early.
It's possible to get it without killing either of them. We've got a sleeping cage.
Yeah, you can get over there, but you don't have to.
Awesome! Right, the sleeping rod, man.
Alright.
Hey, Matrix, I need to go out.
So that's the other
And your
10
car's blocking my way.
Where are you going out to?
I'm actually going out to Magfest.
Deadly Cheerios
Okay, cool.
here.
Do you mind if I come back with you?
No problem.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, if you want to go. Anyone who wants to come to Magfest, I'll find my car.
Be careful when you pass the NES so you don't touch any cables.
There's Metroids around.
That was tech right there. Clutch.
Yeah, good luck.
You'll do fine, man. You'll do fine. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking at this point.
Whereas I have to refill the missiles here.
Jump. If you jump, you can get all three of them together more consistently.
How much should we jump there?
Start at the top of the door and you go across it.
Top of the door?
Yeah.
I never tried this, so I hope it's Oh, there we go.
Cool.
I actually knew this, so
That's
thanks to
good.
Clarice, it saved some time. Probably.
Yeah, I've never seen
I'm
that
trying
one
to get
before.
missiles here.
If you get some really bad luck, then I might not beat this one, I don't know. But that have never happened, I think.
Yeah. Get through the door.
It still kills you.
I have enough energy. Maybe I should just
We
keep
got
up
7
on
more
the-
tries here.
We need missiles. We get like 40 missiles for each missile.
Come on, missiles.
Come on.
Yeah, we need missiles. We need some luck.
The bad part about running out of missiles here is that you have to start at the beginning of Torian, go back up, and try to grind some missiles from the little guys first.
I've had to do this.
Come on.
Ella Cool Day is putting up a bounty for you, Vorpal. $10 for every minute under 45 in Super Metroid.
$10 for every minute.
This is where you're busting out the hot room skills, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
New
try.
record, new run for us.
Okay, last
So, yeah,
attempt.
let's try
These
it.
have never happened before.
So you're gonna break out the
This
mythical
is
29,
bad.
get $160 for the hose, and
good
Nice.
oh, that is
That's bad news.
Horse crap.
I've never done this actually.
Steven pile of bull hookie.
That's so bad luck. I couldn't have done anything about it. Pretty much.
I think you have the sympathies of everyone in the chat, and anyone who don't have the sympathies.
Everyone who's played the game. Yeah.
They could die in a
Missiles
hole.
are so far away.
That's really bad luck too. Like.
You don't get missiles from the rings, that's only in
No,
zero mission.
they don't drop anything.
No, they're just there to kill you.
Yeah, only the green ones drop anything in zero mission. Oh wait,
No,
never mind.
they do.
Never
They're
mind.
Oh.
different colored determines whether their missiles are better.
This is Metroid. One of a bunch of shitty old NES games. Sorry guys.
Did I high five you for that one? Because I want to high five you for that one.
Yeah, me too.
This is
But
being a real
It's a cruel mistress.
Like seriously, you can't get missiles anywhere there?
No, only the Metroids drop them. Apparently.
So we gotta
In
pick up
theory.
enough missiles before we go back and try some more to get them from the Metroids.
Which
It'll take forever to try to build up all your missiles here.
Well, the
how
Metroids
many
drop
should I
5
aim
per,
for?
right?
5 missiles per attempt, you should try to get whatever you can from these guys.
That's a pretty good place to spam for missiles, though. Is the ones that jump up like that. Nice.
good call.
I don't like that one. Yeah, I know. Still fine. finished with it recently. Use the 8 tracks. That's why since I don't have to shoot 3 on my doors. All I have to do is get one good missile out to the mushrooms.
How many missiles do you need from Mother Brain?
You'll get them from the Metroids. He's going to build up missiles again.
No, but like how many do you need to beat it? Overall?
30, something like that.
You gotta get past the Zepatites too.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. So, as an option, you can blast through the barrier things and then go back to nuclear missiles again if you're not feeling full. These guys are being really cheap.
Yeah, really cheap.
It's been a theme of this run.
I'm serious. I have been playing through this game like last year's like 40 times maybe, and I have never been so unlucky. So.
SDA Marathon, always something special.
Yeah, it's been happening to everybody's game where something that's never happened comes up.
There've been lots of instances of that, certainly.
Keeps it exciting.
When even we're surprised, I mean, that's something. So.
And the game's been pretty cheap on missiles throughout the game with missile drops, so
Yeah, it
I
has.
wonder if maybe it's something to do with like how the game starts or
The broken
something.
NES.
Maybe it's predetermined when the game starts. Who knows?
This is ridiculous.
No, we ran out of missiles and we get any drops and we just farm them.
Yeah, the base story.
No, he just went backtracked and now he's trying to farm the missiles.
I'm thinking about going down to Torian and see if I get it, and if not, then we will have to start the game or something. Or just kill myself.
You get anything from killing yourself?
At least I can stop playing the game. Let's try if those enemies are better for me, but looks like no. Yes.
This is absurd. Like, there's bad luck and then there's this. This is like actively conspiring against you.
Try exiting the room and coming back.
Yeah, I think so too.
This guy's
Hooray!
When my missiles used to show up, they used to come like in a row.
Oh! Over 3.
inside the corner. I got 32.
Nice.
34.
It's about freaking time.
There's Zelda down there, running down up there.
It's after the measurements.
Yeah, it's super enjoyable.
Right to take munition for that, where you want.
And that's that being super.
And we're being cheap again.
Lord Lockass, I see where I can chip in money, but where can I chip in missiles?
We could use them, that's for sure. If you can get them into PayPal. Should get a decent exchange rate on those.
Mail them to 4413.
Maybe enter, like exit and re-enter again.
Yeah.
That seemed to be the only thing that worked.
It's almost like there's a set number
Limit
of
on
missiles you can
item
do.
drops.
Okay, I know someone decompiled Metroid, but I've never heard of this before.
He went 4 to 18, so he got 16 missiles. Then he went 18 to 34, that's 16 again. He got 16 missiles both times he entered the room.
And the M2K,
Really?
guys
Yeah,
watching
he
this
went
at
from
home
4 to
who,
18 and
love-
18 to
love
32.
Now
themselves
that's
the code.
interesting. Now that's interesting, but I've never heard of that before. Yeah, especially that it's 16.
I'm sorry. Well, I mean, it sounds flawless
Yeah.
too, but I mean,
Yeah.
Alright, so we're working up. Alright, we're at 40. We should probably go to 50 then. Just say.
Alright, so 3 hours later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
So
do you
we've been
really
set
want to push
back,
your luck anymore?
8 minutes so far. 42, 44.
Here they come.
If it drops off after 50, maybe it is 16 per room.
Can't let us stop dropping out though since it's water pipes.
What's that? Is absolutely ridiculous.
I'd just go for it, man.
Yeah.
One more pickup would have been nice. For
I
the
got 8 tries for missile pickups on the bomb.
Right, maybe I should try one more time.
Huh? He was just at the point where he was farming the missiles.
Yeah. Like 2 rooms before Mother Brain.
Alright,
Bottom of that shaft.
Yeah, the room before, the
almost there.
I didn't have enough before.
He had enough. Well, he wouldn't have had enough in the door after he tried to farm up. But he had enough going in for the door, but he didn't have enough to get through Mother Brain's chamber. Cheers.
There's a double hit with that.
They really don't want you to get 50. Right there.
And this is the excitement of speedrunning, people. This is what it's all about.
Well, this would have been a reset, like.
Really?
Yeah.
So, this is kind of stuff you don't see on SDA, actually. But it's kind of
Well,
stuff
this
we
is
see
the kind
trying
of
to
stuff
get
they
stuff on
should see.
SDA all the
Just
time.
One more drop. Right now you have 9 attempts. One more drop and I'll have 10 attempts.
Yeah, let's try.
You got 9 tries.
9 tries. No way back now.
No way back.
So how much did that cost? Like 10, 12
It's
minutes?
been 10 and a half minutes since you left the Metroid's on that.
That 2 is a 9.
It's gay. That is very bad.
Yeah, mine's over here. Mark took it off. Unfortunately, the guy at
If you
Wawa might
can't
pick
tell,
up
does
with
he
Mark
have it?
before me. So.
By the way, if anybody likes the soundtrack to this game, you should check out MetroidMetal.com.
Oh yeah.
Metroid Metal's
Just
awesome.
putting that out there.
Definitely.
They've covered the entire Metroid and Super Metroid soundtrack and metal.
Love the lower
Oh.
door fair.
I need to
Love
check
the lower
them out.
door fair.
And
I haven't
the
seen it for a while.
last tracks for the Metroid soundtrack are very epic.
Pretty much everything is fantastic.
Everything's amazing.
Yeah, it's win-win-win.
And they're a real band that do live shows.
Are they back
on
this year?
yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
They were at
were.
Magfest, I believe.
So
Some of us could have snuck out to see them. They didn't come to Mike's Abode's gaming festival.
Alright, so here we go.
With one try,
We got 8 left. Just try to throw it down so we get through. There we go.
There you go.
98.
That makes it.
Doubled what you just had.
You can fill it up now. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah, get more.
Does he need any more?
This will be enough, I think. I think like 7 years now.
I think at this point we don't want to see any more missile farm.
Yeah.
That's all we needed the first time. That's just one drop from these guys who give so many missiles. Alright. Things on the top you can't stop with the Cheerios. You can freeze and stand on them. As long as they're frozen, another one won't spawn. But there's always 3 around. And I believe MTI figured out exactly where the next one will come up.
There's an order to it, yeah. I noticed that with the challenge, MacBeth challenge last year.
But it's probably tough to remember that much. And you've got a lot of health, and you're not trying to do this with extremely reduced gear. It's best just to improvise when they come up and freeze them as you can.
You had no E-tanks, no Varia, no ice. Oh, you had ice. And I forget how many missiles. But you had more than enough to do it, but still, you had to survive the chamber.
Not exactly.
Yeah,
Not much more to bear.
yeah, no, I camped on that one for a long time. Did eventually get it, though.
Oh, nice.
I believe you and MTI were the only ones to get it. No, Metal Dream got it.
No, that was one of the ones Meldream didn't get. He didn't get that or Mike Tyson.
Wow.
Tyson was the only one that didn't.
Nobody got Tyson.
Yeah, nobody's got that. And I think it's a challenge this year.
Yeah.
They carried over.
Ryan was saying he was thinking about offering a bounty on it, and I didn't hear anything about that going official, though.
If you knocked into that lava pit, it can be kind of hard to get out of it. But with high jump, it's not impossible. Best idea is to not get hit. That's generally the good thing.
The gold standards.
Oh, speaking of
Bomb
which.
boost here. And then unlock jump, and you're back.
Very nice. Very nice.
It's nice to have some tricks handy.
And to you who have never played Metroid, it's actually harder than it looks like. That was always my first.
Definitely.
It's part of video gaming legacy.
Especially this should be it for him.
I'll have to do it. Oh. 2 more shots. Just a couple more shots.
He's pulsating very fast now.
High five.
Yeah. Blinking, and that's it for him.
There we go.
So. Sometimes the blocks left too. Alright, so
Go platforming.
for somebody who's never got to this, it's very stressful. But if you know basically how high it is, it's not too bad. And we can finish with a lot of time left. But the fact that it has a counting down timer can stress you out.
Yeah.
It's just too bad you can't wall jump, huh?
Yes.
No, that didn't.
Or Shine Spark, right?
Yeah.
Or Shine Spark.
Yeah, what kind of game is
Did you
this?
swipe
Both
to
of
get the
those
speed
didn't.
boost?
Yeah,
This
both
is
of
the
those
speed
didn't
run,
come into
right?
fruition until Super.
I have to find out which of the endings there are. There's like 5 endings based on how long it takes you to beat it.
I
First
get,
ending
at
with the
least I
bonus
get the
time
best
is,
ending. So what time was it?
It's like 48.6.
That was a real bad time.
Okay.
Great. You fulfilled your mission.
And you may see here that turned the other Metroid. I believe they're using that for the new game.
So now there is John Warpledge that will run through Super Metroid.
This is the best ending, or the fastest ending. It's a 2-piece bikini Sims with brown hair.
You get a one if you beat the game under an hour.
Yeah. The next one would be a 1-piece outfit. Then it's just the helmet off.
Oh wow, I haven't checked that for ages.
Oh, wow.
It could be quite a few.
Alright, you might have a lot of new demands.
Except for the bad luck at the end.
Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry, I'm in there.
We have 2.
Yeah, too bad I got so
I knew the wall man.
It was interesting.
Elizabeth
But I was
Palm, thank you so much for your $5 donation. You are the
never
wall
got to
man.
one time.
And Alan You're the man for your $10 donation. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
That took forever.
I recognize they did that.
The 5 last time.
Yeah, never hurts to double check.
I've done another pattern.
There we go.
Alright, renewing your subscription as the whole man is
I doubt much else could have gone bad.
What?
Yeah. And all of the dragons were firing the fireballs too, so you can deal with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And those jumping guys in the room for Braid, he jumped like the fast road instead of the slow fast road.
Oh, right, yeah.
Alright, oh, see if there are any
The late
comments.
Gunpei Okoi died in October 97 in an auto
comments?
accident. Created the Metroid series, created the Game Boy, created the Kid
You
Icarus
got a
series.
good game and a sweet
Which by the way, stunk.
Alan Lerner, respectively.
And
the room is filling up for Super Metroid.
Dedicated memory tape, buddy.
People are coming out the woodwork for this one.
Hope your legacy lives
This is
on.
a very highly anticipated run.
Oh yeah, this is one of the more popular speedrunning games out there.
Yeah, I was looking at
Definitely.
that. Pretty well
And
done. If I
this
tried
is-
to do that, it would be totally.
This is this man, Vorpledge's only chance to impress you guys, so there's no pressure whatsoever.
None whatsoever. And do remember there is a bounty in effect. Every minute under 45, $10 is to be put up by LL Cool Dave.
Actually, there might be some There's so much overlap in that game. I read you in Metroid 2. There's a little bit of overlap.
Real time sub 45, that'd be crazy.
I remember the game like way too much. And just, I was looking at a map. I think that actually Radix made.
I think that's all system runs go through.
Yeah, I think it's because he drew them separately.
So while we're getting set up for this, I'm also going to announce this to the chat. Let's see, after Super Metroid and Zero Mission, we got Legend of Zelda and Zelda 2.
That's why.
Both will be played by me, and I'm offering to the chat the chance to name my character in both of those games. Right now we're going to start taking donations for LOZ. If you want it to go towards that, just make sure you put the name you want in the comments for the original Legend of Zelda. Keep it clean, 8 characters, and I have a veto power on Zelda, because I am not playing the second quest. So.
How do you set up the SNES?
Oh, it's
Just gotta hit the switch at the one in the middle.
The one that says, yeah.
So yeah,
Where is
so
It's at the front.
we're gonna
On
do
the front, the one in the middle.
This one?
Yeah.
that's gonna be done eBay auction
Awesome.
style.
First try.
Total highest cumulative donation will